Hello everyone, welcome to Harry's Book Cafe. Apologies for the environment. Again, I have absolutely no time at home. I've just been so busy recently, so I have to record this episode in the office. I hope you don't mind. Today's episode is going to be quite different, quite interesting. We're talking about Yukasu's strange houses. Now, this is the first time that I have encountered Yukasu. This is what he looks like. So he's an online personality, he's a Japanese horror writer, but he always ever appear online and on YouTube dressed like that. He always wore that rather unsettling white mask when he appears. Because of this, nobody really know who he is. All we know is that his name is Yukasu. We don't know his surname. We don't know anything else about him. And we don't know his age or whatever. So that in itself makes the books that he's written quite mysterious. Now this one, Strange Houses, is actually his second horror novel. His first one is called A Strange Picture, and as you can see, I got a bookmark in there. I'm actually in the middle of reading this, and that is why I'm reviewing the second book first. Now, they are not related, so you can absolutely pick them whichever way. Now, what makes Strange House really interesting is it is refreshingly original. So in this rather crowded horror genre, there are only so many ideas that you can recycle through, right? It's been a long time since I see something truly refreshingly original, and that is this book. This is original. Now the reason for that is because let's just have a look at the cover, right? So the cover is strange. It's basically a floor plan with some grotesque details, okay, with a knife in the hand. Now, if you go into the book, now I just turned it at random and you can see there are floor plans in it, right? Just random page turning. And again, you can just see floor plans. The reason for that is because, okay, so here's a little bit of story, okay, without going into too much detail, therefore I can't, spoil the plot line for you. The basic synopsis is that a Japanese couple, newly married, wants to purchase a house in Tokyo. They find the perfect one for them, the right price, the right location, and they were really happy. Now, before they put down deposit, however, they went to their friends and to talk to him about the purchase. And they said, look, we are happy with the house in every single way. However, there's one tiny detail that's bothering us slightly, and that detail is the floor plan. So they send his friends this floor plan of the house that they're intending to buy. And they look at the floor plan and they see some really unsettling details. I'm not going to into details. I want you to enjoy this unsettling factor firsthand. His friend then agrees with the couple, called his architecture friend who draws floor plan for a living. And together they start digging and digging. One thing leads to another. They discover this rather heartbreaking but also terrifying truth behind its house. And there are a few other houses just like that in the country, and one by one all of these strange floor plans leads to a single point back in history. So the basic storyline is very interesting, very attractive. Now, on the strength and the weaknesses of the book itself, the strength, as I've already mentioned, is the originality. It's so original, so refreshingly original that I can't help but to read, and page after page, you just can't help but to want to find out what's going on, and it's true page turner. The weaknesses, however, is that the plot line, especially towards the ending, when you realize what actually happened, once you've done that, you perhaps will, like me, sit back and think, this is a little bit far-fetched, if you know what I mean. And that's the feeling that I get. I think the whole plot line is a little bit, tiny bit overcomplicated and a little bit unrealistic. And that is perhaps the biggest weakness of the book. When I say biggest, as if it's comparative, I don't think there are any other weaknesses, to me at least, That's the only one that I can point to. So it's not really comparative. It's just its only weakness. In terms of the writing, if you are a subscriber and watched my video previously, you perhaps know that I'm a big fan of Japanese English translations, especially writers like Murakami. I love his Norwegian Wood, his One That Bird Chronicle, and that's because his writing style has that calming effect to me. It's very bland. You might not like it at all. It's a love or hate with his writing style. But to me, I find it very calming. It's like drinking a almost tasteless soup, if you know what I mean. It doesn't sound appetizing, but to me, it's very calming. Now, Yukasu has a very, very similar writing style, and perhaps that's a little bit of oxymoron to describe a horror story as calming. That's not what I mean. The horror story itself is quite unsettling, but the writing style, on the other hand, however, calms me down, and I'll always enjoy that sort of style. The book is tiny. It's just under 200 pages, and yet it's filled with floor plans, so you can imagine the actual word counts are very, very small. I actually finished this book in a day, believe it or not, in one setting. That's never really happened to me before. It's just, as I said, it's a page turner, and plus this originality, plus this always present unsettledness or weirdness that just propels you to keep reading and keep reading and keep reading. I personally would highly recommend this book to any fans of literature. You don't have to be a horror fan to really appreciate this book. Although it's unsettling, it's not scary. It's just a very good book, almost like thriller rather than horror, to be perfectly honest with you. Very good read, so highly recommend it to horror fans as well as other fans of literature. Yeah, that's it really. It's a short book and therefore a short review. In the next one, I will bring to you Bill Gates' autobiography, which was released earlier this year, which I find quite interesting. And I'm in the middle of reading his Yukasu's first novel, Strange Pictures. Just a quick preview. Like that, you have like the Strange Houses, you also have Strange Pictures, as the title suggests. So therefore, I expect to finish this book quite quickly as well, and I shall bring that to you in the video after Bill Gates. Anyway, guys, once again, I hope you don't mind the office environment for the book review. I shall endeavor to record the next one either at home or somewhere else. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and give it a share, a like. It really does help with YouTube algorithm to push the channel to make it grow a little bit more. Yeah, cheerio, guys. Until next time.